Hello and welcome to another vlog from the Ginger Nut Travelling Coffee Cup. Today I'm going to be going through some of the supermarket branded mince pies. As I mentioned in the last vlog, I was going to do a vlog about mince pies, so hope you can join me. So these two here are from Asda. That's the ice top one, and that's just the normal mince pie. And this is the lattice topped mince pie from Tesco, and this is their iced one. Then over here we've got the ice top mince pie again, the Taste the Difference brandy infused mincemeat one, and the deep filled mince pie, all from Sainsbury's. So here's the first one. It's the lattice mince pie from Tesco's. As you can see, it's quite deeply filled. So let's see how it tastes. Pastry's very sugary, but overall quite a nice mince pie. So next is the Tesco iced mince pie. It's quite a level amount of icing on top there. Very nicely tasted. The icing goes well with the overall ingredients of the mince pie, so I think out of the two from Tesco, this is definitely the one to have. And now we move on to the Asda ones. First is the what I'd call a deep filled mince pie. Quite a nice design of a star on the top, and quite nicely filled as well. So that's what it looks like. Let's see what it tastes like. better than the non-ice topped Tesco one, but so far the ice topped Tesco one is in front of the pure taste and texture side of it. Has been very nice, but that one's a very, very close second. So the next offering from Asda is the iced top mince pie. Let's see how this one compares to the Tesco alternative. I'll say, not a fan of that one. The icing's a bit too thick. Kind of takes over the overall enjoyment of having the mince pie. So at the minute it's not probably at the bottom of the list of the ones I've already tried. You eat a mince pie to enjoy the mincemeat, sweet mincemeat inside, but that one is just too much icing. And there's the first one of the Sainsbury's contingent. It's a nice design of a Christmas tree on the top, and a very adequate filling of sweet mincemeat in there. So let's see how they compare to Asda and Tesco's. Very nice dusting of sugar on the top. The mincemeat is very nicely balanced flavour, and the pastry just melts on your mouth, and it's a very, very nice flavour. So compared to the Asda and Tesco alternatives, I'd probably say this one, in terms of just a normal mince pie, is in front at the moment. And the next offering from Sainsbury's is the iced topped mince pie. Again, a very good portion of mincemeat with a thinnish layer of icing on the top. That the icing is just right, the taste comes through straight away. So in terms of the ice to mincemeat equation, seems we've got it spot on, as of Tesco's. Asda, I think there's a little bit of work, but I'll probably have to put the Sainsbury's iced top mince pie a very close second behind their deep filled mince pie. And finally, out of the Sainsbury's trio is the Taste of the Difference brandy infused mince pie. And I've got to say that is quite a nice serving of mincemeat in that. Let's see how it tastes. Pastry is really hard. Can't really taste the brandy, although it does come through in bits. It's a little too hard for my personal taste of having mince pies, but it's got a very subtle brandy filling in there. So I won't put it at the bottom. So I'll probably put it in the middle of all the ones I've tried so far. But I think the pastry could do with a little bit of softening up, and then it would probably be a really nice mince pie. So the next ones are Aldi, Co-op and Lidl. So the first ones are Aldi, which is the classic mince pie with brandy and cognac, the salted caramel with mincemeat and caramel filling, the blood orange crumble mince pies with a generous splash of gin, and then a frangipan with a delicious almond topping. This is the co-op one, just by itself. And then from Lidl we had the gingerbread ones, the all butter mince pie, and then the almond mince tart. So this is the classic mince pie with brandy and cognac from Aldi. Quite a generous filling of mincemeat in this one. Very subtle tasting of the alcohol, but the pastry's quite tough, but the mincemeat inside is very good tasting, so far so good. And next is the salted caramel with mincemeat and caramel filling. Quite a generous helping of mincemeat there, and the top isn't too thick. I love that. The salted caramel flavour comes right through. Doesn't interrupt with the taste of the mincemeat, but as a combination it's really nice. The on top is quite crumbly, so it's like a big, like an apple crumble type top. So yeah, really, really good. So this is the blood orange with a splash of gin mince pie. Again, a generous helping of mincemeat, but personal preference, I think they've put too much of a topping on this one, but we'll find out. Can't taste the orange in that. It's a surprise. And also can't taste the gin either, so it's pretty much a basic mince pie. I don't know whether it's just the one in the batch of 6 that you can't taste it, but as an overall mince pie is really nice. The mincemeat is really nice. Top crumbly again. That's the previous salted caramel one. But yeah, really bland, and can't really taste the blood orange or the gin in that one. So as the last one from Aldi, it's the frangipan mince pie with a nice dose of almonds on the top. Compared to the others, doesn't give you much of a mincemeat filling. Very almondy. Doesn't give a chance for the mincemeat to come through. As an overall mince pie, probably not the best. So I prefer to have a bit more taste of mincemeat than the other flavour, but yeah, it's probably got a middle ground compared to the other ones I've tried. So here is Co-op's entry. Really generous filling of mincemeat, a nice star on the top. Let's see how it tastes. Nice mince pie. Mince meat, really nice quality. Really did enjoy that. As a basic mince pie, it's probably one of the best. So I would definitely recommend it if you just wanted just a basic mince pie. Definitely go towards the co-op. So this is the first of Lidl's entry, and I do know it's not a mince pie, but it's an almond mince tart. I thought, let's try something a bit different this year. So as an alternative entry, let's see how this tastes. Strong smell of almond. Again, the mincemeat's kind of a accompaniment to it. It's like the main thing it's trying to give you. The almond just takes over. It doesn't, and the mincemeat comes in afterwards. So overall, it's a nice, different thing to try if you like almond. But if you prefer mincemeat over your almond, I probably would go towards one of the other mince pies. Here's the next one from Lidl. It's the all butter mince pie. Again, a very generous helping of mincemeat and a nice decorative snowflake on the top. That was amazing. The top crumbles on your tongue. The mincemeat is brilliant. Tastes really nice. Texture's really nice. It doesn't take over your taste buds. It's mincemeat, but it doesn't pull them into submission. It's a really nice mince pie. So I would definitely go to Lidl for those mince pies. And the last one of the selection, again from Lidl, is the gingerbread mince pies. Nice star on the top, and a very, very nice filling of mincemeat. Very nice. The gingerbread is kind of like the accompaniment to the mincemeat, not the way around, which is the way I like it. So yeah, the mince pie, I'd really do like Lidl's overall choices this year. But the almond mince tart is basically opposite of this. But this is very nice. It's mincemeat first, gingerbread second. So mince pie wise, I'd say they're doing a really good job this year, and I'd highly recommend them. So from Morrison's, we've got the normal mince pie, the iced mince pie, the lettuce mince pie, and a deep fried mince pie with brandy, cider, and a warming array of spices. So this is the first one, just normal mince pie from Morrison's, with a nice decorative star on the top, and quite a nice filling of mincemeat. Nice mince pie, nice consistency in the mincemeat. The top crumbles, which is very nice. So yeah, just a basic mince pie. Really nice. Next is the lettuce mince pie. Again, quite a decent filling of mincemeat in this one. Let's see how it compares to the normal mince pie from Morrison's. Tastes the same as the normal mince pie. The only difference really is the actual top. But overall, quite a filling and nice mince pie. Next from the Morrison's range is the iced mince pie. See how this one tastes compared to the other iced ones that I've had. Right, lovely consistency between the icing and the mincemeat. The icing doesn't take over the whole flavour of it. The mincemeat comes through really. Right, real correct balance of the flavours between the mincemeat and the icing. So yeah, overall, a really good iced mince pie. And the last one from Morrison's is the deep filled mince pie with brandy, cider and an array of spices. Now let's make it that one. The brandy and the cider just take over the entire palette of taste, and it's just, and then the mincemeat comes in right very subtly at the end. Personal preference, I prefer to taste more of the mincemeat than the brandy and cider, but as an overall mince pie, it was really nice. But personal preference, I prefer the mincemeat over the accompaniment taste. So the next ones are from M&S. So we've got a lattice one, iced one, classic M&S collection with vine fruits, cranberries, clementine and cognac, and then one here that's made out of puff pastry. So the first one we're going to try is the puff pastry one. Quite a nice filling of mincemeat and a sugary glazed top. That is a really nice mince pie. Filled with a little bit more mincemeat, but as a whole, the puff pastry just comes apart in your mouth. The flavours of the mincemeat comes through, and the pastry just melts in your mouth. And so yeah, a very well-rounded mince pie. So the next one from this is the classic deep filled mince pie. Quite a nice helping of mincemeat in that one, and well, there was a decoration of a star on the top. That's a very nice mince pie. Again, mincemeat comes through, the pastry just does what it's there to do, and the mincemeat just comes through straight away, straight into your taste buds, and it's really nice. So yeah, so far M&S's mince pies so far are doing really well. So the next one from M&S is the lattice mince pie. It's as nice as the previous two. I think M&S could be onto a winner. The pastry, I wouldn't say ruins it, but it doesn't give you the flavour. Or you can taste the pastry. You can't taste the mincemeat at all. And it feels sort of soggy in a weird way, I don't know why. That was a bit of a disappointment. I was expecting the same as the previous one, just with the lattice top, but no, it wasn't that. It was a bit of a disappointment, that one, from M&S, I've got to be honest. Next one from M&S is the iced top mince pie. See how this one compares. Too much icing on that one, personally. The mincemeat comes through like right at the end. It's almost like it's fighting with the icing to get tasted. Got to be honest, not a fan of it. Too much icing on top because there's sort of a wide shot there before. That much icing, but then that much mincemeat. As you know from previous ones I've had, I prefer having more mincemeat than icing. So M&S, 2 that I like and 2 that I'd possibly miss, but that's again my personal preference. So this is the final one from M&S. It's the M&S Food Collection mince pie with vine fruits, cranberries, clementine and cognac. It's quite a nice filling of mincemeat in that one, and a nice decorative top sprinkled with flour and sugar. Oh, this mincemeat, really nice. The additional flavourings that they have on the box, they come through like right at the end. Which, when you have a mince pie like that, you want it to like come together and mesh perfectly. The mincemeat hits straight away, and then in the background the flavourings come through. So on the whole, quite a nice selection of mince pie from M&S. So now we have the Waitrose contingent. So you've got the essential Waitrose one, then there's the all butter mince pies, then there's the Waitrose Dutchy organic mince pies, then there's the plum, honey and ginger mince pie, then there's the 6 butter enriched mince pie with cherries and cranberries, there's then the Heston by Waitrose night before Christmas mince pies with carrot mincemeat with cream, sherry in carrot and caraway pastry with a sachet of smoky sugar to sprinkle. And then finally there's the spiced mince pie with a lemon twist.
Good.
So here is the first mince pie. It's the essential Waitrose mince pie. Basically the entry level. Quite a nice overall mince pie. The amount of mincemeat got with the pastry very evenly split. So as an entry level mince pie, I'd probably say that's a good start. So next is the all butter mince pie, which has a filling containing apricot, glazed cherries, almonds and brandy. Honestly, the apricot comes in right at the end, but as for the rest of the flavours, they're like competing with each other, and you don't quite know if they mix together or not. It's not personally one of my favourites, but if you like those kind of flavours mixed together, then yeah, it's a decent mince pie, but for me, it's just not as good as other ones I've tried. So next one is the organic Dutchy mince pie. These are the ones that are made on the Queen's estate, so got high hopes for this one. Flavour's nice. The overall texture of the actual mince pie is nice. But the pastry's too tough for me. The whole mince pie to basically fall apart as soon as you eat it. That makes it really tough, so it is quite hard to get into, but once you get into it, mince pies, the mince meat's really nice. So my own criticism is the hardness of the pastry. So now we get on to Waitrose's different flavours of mince pie, starting with the plum, honey and ginger mince pie. It's a decent helping of mincemeat. Hopefully the crust on the pastry isn't as tough as the Dutchy ones. Pastry's a lot better. It's not soft, but it's not really hard. It's perfectly in the middle. The mincemeat's really nice and flavourful. Not too sure about the flavour though. I don't know what it is about it, but it just doesn't. I mean, it goes together, but personally, from my palate, it's not something I'd probably eat myself. But yeah, it's a decent mince pie. So if you fancy something a little bit different this year, head down to Waitrose and pick yourself up some plum, honey and ginger. So this is another one of the Waitrose and Partners Christmas offerings. It's the mince pie that is with cherries and cranberries, and it has quite a decent helping of mincemeat and quite a short crust on the top. I like that. I don't normally eat cherries, but that mix of mincemeat, cherries, cranberries and the short crust pastry really does. They complement each other very, very well. So I might be getting some more of those this year. but with I would definitely recommend these ones from Waitrose. They're really, really nice, and the combination of all different flavours goes really well together. And these are, well, this is the first of two of Heston Blumenthal's mince pies. This one is the spiced mince pie with a lemon twist. Now, for those of you who don't know who Heston Blumenthal is, he's the chef that put some really interesting combinations together. So let's see how he's done with these mince pies. Personally, not a fan. Lemon and mince pie, not a combination I'd put together normally. But as I said, he's known for putting weird combinations together. If you like lemon, and you like citrusy, acidic tastes, then yeah, I'd have these, but personally they're not really wouldn't be one of my go-tos over the Christmas festive period. So, personal preference, it's not one of my favourites, but if you like that kind of food, then I would definitely recommend it. And this is the last one of the entire range of mince pies that I've got from all different supermarkets. This is the Night Before Christmas mince pie from Waitrose, again by Heston Blumenthal, which is rich fruit and carrot mincemeat with cream sherry in caraway pastry with a sachet of smooth sugar to sprinkle. I've not put the sugar on this, so let's see how it tastes without sugar on. I'm actually not too sure what to think about that. It is nice, it's a nice mince pie, different. You do get quite a big aftertaste of carrot after eating this. I mean, as an alternative mince pie, which it is because it's not like the normal ones, yeah, it's nice. We'll have it again on Christmas period, potentially. The flavours, which is something I really look for in a mince pie, they kind of go together. Then you get quite a strong aftertaste afterwards, similar to the lemon when you get quite a citrusy aftertaste after that. So out of the two that Heston's put together this year, I'd have to say that this one is the best one of the two in my personal opinion. So, before we get into the conclusion, just want to make you aware that all the mince pies that I tried during this video, I purchased with my own money. None of it has gone to waste. They've either gone to work colleagues, friends or family. So now let's get into the conclusion. So, at the very bottom of the list of the mince pies that I tried over this period has to be the Waitrose twisty lemon mince pie. Very sickly, not one I'd probably try myself again, but if you like those kind of things, yeah, go for it. The best mince pie has to be the solid caramel creation that Lidl came up with this year. Very nice textured, very nice tasting. The mincemeat and the solid caramel complement each other really well. And yes, it was on the whole, a really good mince pie. I split the rest of them up into like different ones for different things. So in the top of the iced mince pie category was the one from Morrison's. The the mincemeat and the icing went really well together. It wasn't too much icing or too little mincemeat. It was the perfect combination with each one. The best basic one, just as a normal mince pie, was actually another one from Lidl. So I think Lidl got mince pies on lock this year. So yeah, it was very nice to have something a little bit different and to just try different supermarkets taking on mince pie. Good decision, I must admit. The one I called as like different, like with a taste or a mixture of flavours that I'd put at the top of the list again would be the soy caramel one that I'd already said, again from Lidl. So Lidl have got 2 on the rostrum this year. The lattice decorative mince pie this year goes to Morrison's. Morrison's did really well. They across the board had a really good combination of mince pies, different ones and different things. So yeah, really, really good. And like the tart one, I would go with the Waitrose Night Before Christmas mince pie. Again, this is all personal preference mince pies. I do hope you found it a good vlog to watch. So, thank you very much for joining me on today's vlog. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and share the videos, it really does help. The next vlog that you'll see coming out will be me going through the mince pies that are sold in cafes and bakeries. I do hope you can join me on that one, but until next time,